All right, the next one I've got for you is not an AI tool. It is a really, really simple tool. So this is one, if you happen to work across time zones, fortunately with Zoom, if you send people a Zoom link, then it displays in their time zones, or a calendar link, then often it displays in their time zones, but sometimes it doesn't. So if you are trying to connect with people in other parts of the world, this site here, which is called dayspedia.com, shows the time, or your current time and date. And you can sort of pop in, anyone else's time zone into here, and you'll find out, what sort of time zone they're in. So probably more important now that some states and some countries have daylight saving. Anyone confused by that at all? I'm not confused, because I'm in Queensland and we don't change at all. We're very solid and sort of never change. So, but trying to sort of navigate the time zones for things like this here across the daylight saving, different times in different countries. This one here is a tool that can really help you with that. So very simple tool. You can pop in, sort of your time zone, other time zones. And in fact, you can pop in multiple time zones, which is sometimes what I do if I'm looking for an appropriate time to have a webinar that's going to suit most people around the world or across time zones. So I have found, if you're interested, if you're not, I'm going to tell you anyway, that the best time zone for holding a webinar that most of the world can participate in is between 4 a.m. in the morning, Queensland time, and 7 a.m. So that either gets people at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, and the rest of them sort of through the day. So that there I've found to be the best time zone. But you can use a tool like this just to cover all of the time zones to find out when is the best time. So that one there is called dayspedia.com. Now, these links, we will drop these into chat. So don't worry about squinting to try and sort of see what they are in that URL bar. I will drop these into chat. Well, my team will drop these into chat. You can save the chat at the end of the evening, and the tools, the links will all be clickable. You can go and explore them at your leisure. So remind me to remind you to save the chat at the end of the session, because sometimes I forget. All right, next one I have for you is one called relevanceai.com. Now, if you are looking for staff that will work for you 24/7, that don't need feeding, they don't need breaks, they don't need food, they don't need time off, then this is the site for you. So this site here enables you to build an AI workforce. So they call them custom GPT, and if I can log in here, I won't go through the whole process, because there's quite a bit inside it, but it's all a drag and drop framework. So you don't need to know any code at all, but what you can do is you can create what they call AI workers that will do tasks for you. So they might do things like do some research in, say, a platform like LinkedIn. So maybe you're looking for people that in your particular target market, or the sorts of people you're after, and it can do things like reaching out to them. So I can create those DM messages, connect with them, all of that sort of thing. So that might be one thing you want to do. It might be that anyone that wants to book a meeting with you that's emailed you, it will extract those details out of email, and the worker will coordinate with the person that's emailed you for a meeting to set up a meeting in your booking calendar. It will do things, it'll help write emails for you. There's just a heap of things. Actually, one of the things that I found was really interesting with it is that it's a worker that can scrape content off your website or off anybody's website. You might think, why is that important? Well, ChatGPT and some of these AI tools can't read URLs. Well, they don't get information out of URLs. You've got to copy and paste the content or print it out as a PDF, but you can actually scrape the web content here, and you can use that to pop into the AI tools. Which then gives it some context. So you might be building up, or trying to find out who's this particular site's avatar, or maybe you've got a number of sites. You're trying to work out what their avatar is, because you're offering in a similar market, or you might be looking at what are the gaps in terms of what they offer. So you can start to fill those gaps with your offering as well. So there's all sorts of ways that you can use it. But that particular tool is one that I use, really good for research and really good for helping you to create programs, courses, products, content, all of that end of things. So this particular one it helps you develop an AI workforce. Even things like SEO, if you're doing search engine optimization, and you want to know, what your presence is like out there, it will monitor your presence out there, and it will tell you the changes in your ranking positions on the search engines, and then it will then do. You can get it to do things like suggest content. So look for gaps in terms of content. It will look for trends in terms of what people are searching for, and it would help you to then sort of think about a content calendar for the sorts of trends that are coming through in terms of what people are asking as well too. So very helpful tool. They've got lots of examples in here, or templates that you can use, and you can see that even at the top they've got categories for creating workers, for doing research for you, for marketing, for sales, for operations, and for various integrations of apps with each other. So even if it's just helping you with the operation in your company as well, these are workers that will operate in the background and help you to manage your business and to make it a whole lot easier. Hopefully you can spend some more time on the beach or wherever you like to go in the bush there, while these AI workers are doing all the work in the background for you. So that one there is called relevantsci.com. All right, this one here is, while it's loading again, this is a really simple one. Again, I've got a couple of simple tools. This one is simple. It's called subjectline.com. And one of the most important parts of your copy, your email, your social media post is the headline. So that first thing that people read, if you're a journalist, or if you read sort of, anyone read newspapers anymore? I mean, that's a bit old hat now, isn't it? But even if you're reading blog posts, often the place where they catch you or draw you in is that headline. So having a good, compelling, persuasive headline is all important. So what this tool does is it helps you to evaluate how sexy your headline is and whether it's useful or helpful or not. So let's just type in a headline here: how to generate good content. Since we're talking about using AI, good content with AI. Pretty sucky headline. I wouldn't use that. But anyway, we'll pop it into Evaluator and it will tell us what it's like. Okay, and now it wants me to sign up to complete the form. Okay, so I've done all this already. So it's going to ask you to sign up to a free account and log in. Just all that's free. It doesn't cost you anything. But what it will then do is it will come out with it'll give you a score as to how this headline rates. So I reckon this one is probably going to rate about 40%. So it's not a very compelling, not a very good headline. It's got the right sort of topic. Then it'll give you some suggestions about how you can sort of turn this into a more read-worthy headline. So and it'll give you some options in there as well too, so you can get a headline that really is going to encourage people to read further. So I won't go through the process of signing up again. It is a free tool, but if you do it, it really will help you with your crafting your headlines. So it's just a really quick, easy, simple tool. You can use ChatGPT for this sort of thing. This one's even easier for to do that, because it's got some prompts in there about how to make it better, and it's been put together by a marketing company. So that one is called subjectline.com. Right, this one is really interesting too. So this is an AI tool, and this one is the thing that attracted me to it is that you can pop a YouTube link into the box, and you can ask it to do a range of things. So if you've got a system or process or sort of set of steps, and you've
Oops. Has Nick just frozen?
Yep, he's frozen for me.
Okay, got it. All right.
Instructional.
There we go.
And you want to create it to text.
Nick,
it'll create blog posts as well too. So it means that you don't have to go through the process of getting it transcribed and then sort of having to break it, sort of a system, a process, or tutorials. So it is very good. You can edit it as well.
It's over to you, or I'm going to take over.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Nick will be back with us shortly. He's just having a few technical issues. So what are you getting so far from this Business Owners Smashing It Online? And which tool do you like the most so far? I recommend just pop in the chat because he will be asking that question shortly. Let us know which tool
Thanks,
do you like.
Alden.
Yeah, you're welcome, Nick.
I am back. There you go. The thunderstorm must have sort of rolled past and it's dropped me out, sort of just to pay me back for saying that we're safe. So I've obviously jinxed us. So yes, that last tool, thanks Aldrin. That last tool, if you didn't get that, that was the one there for generating sort of probably courses. You can do courses out of it too, or tutorials or instructional things just from a video. Do need to load it up to YouTube, but and you can have it as either a published video or what do they call it, unlisted, and it will do it. You can't have it as private. It's got to be unlisted or public, and you can create the content out of that just by dropping the link into it. All right, I do have one other as well, so let me bring my screen up. All right. Oh, that tool, by the way, I should have mentioned the link is video2page.com. So video2page.com. So yes, we will drop that into chat as well. And the last one is a book. So to go along with the last apps that we've been sort of running through over this series here, this last one's a book. It's by an Australian author. His name is Hugh Mackay, and the book is called What Makes Us Tick. So if you're interested in finding out what makes people make decisions, how they think, what they do, Hugh is I think he's sort of like a sociologist type of person. He's in that sociology field, but he's written a book, and there's 10 things in this book there that he talks about that makes us tick. So he's researched the Australian population, so it's sort of reasonably Australian centric, this one here, but he answers sort of things like, why do some people always want to take control? Anyone know anyone like that? I don't think that's me, but he answers that sort of question there. Why do we seek change yet resist it? And why do we want more of the things that have failed to satisfy us? So there's these odd sort of blend of questions in there. But yeah, it's a really fascinating read. So from a marketing perspective, great from a marketing perspective, because you get to understand maybe why people don't do what you want them to do when you're putting your copy and your promotional material out there. This is probably the answer why. So it's a light read, it's a good read, and it's a very interesting book. And that there, with a brief interruption, ends our cool online tools. So yes, thanks Aldrin. Let's drop into chat. One that took your fancy, which is the one that you think will have you exploring that the most. All of the tools are in chat. It's the last one in chat. Well, it was the last one before Paul dropped in Relevancy AI. But drop it in, because it's interesting for me to know which is the one that grabs your interest. And that helps me with my research to go and find other tools that are going to be helpful for you as well too. And of course, all of these tools, we will post these in the Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook group. If you're not a member of that, head over to Facebook, search for Business Owners Smashing It Online, and click that join button. We'll accept you in. You feel free to introduce yourself. There are hashtags in there, so if you want to follow the hashtags and sort of promote yourself, promote an event, sort of give some advice, all that sort of stuff. Engage with other people in there. Plus, all of the cool online tools are in there too. Which if you wonder if there's a tool out there that can help you, just go and search it. There's probably something in there that's going to be able to help you. Awesome. So what do we got? What are our votes that are in there? A few people have dropped in. So Relevance, Stay Speedy, Relevancy, Video to Page. All of them tonight were awesome. Fabulous. Our time one's fantastic. Yes, sort of across those time zones. Video to Page. So there's a good spread there. I think so. Video to Page and Relevancy are the two there that take the top billing. So enjoy. If you find an interesting use to it or any apps and tools there you think I should profile, shoot them through to me. Always happy to receive recommendations as well too. Excellent. And now these apps and tools, really bring these to you in the hope that you'll explore some of them yourselves. Hopefully some of them are useful. If you do get overwhelmed by it, or you've got a question, or you need some help with it, feel free to reach out. We do have a range of programs to help you to implement some of these tools, and the best ones that are going to be most suitable for you in business as well too. So if you do want to have that conversation, let me know, and happy to let you know what we can do.